Hello, friends. Welcome. Oops, got to put the mic back on if you want to do that. Hello, friends. Welcome. So I see we have Van City Prepper, Prepping by Faith, and Apartment Prepper. Hello, hello, hello. So I've kind of presumed who would be here tonight and set these up so I can run them through so that people can begin to follow these other channels. And so I made one for Van City Prepper. I made one for Apartment Prepper. I made one for Prepping by Faith. And unfortunately, I think we're all subscribed to each other already. Apartment Prepper, that was a fantastic video on your butane cooker. Now, one thing I like about that, along with the Trangia alcohol stove, is that it is safe for indoor use. And that's the same one that they would use, a lot of chefs use in hotels when they do eggs to order on a cooking line. I have two of those. I had one, and then I got a second one when I got my can cooker. And the can cooker is basically an outdoor pressure cooker. And so they gave us one of those stoves. So I now have two of those stoves. But I probably have about 10 packages of 4 bottles of butane. You can get that at Sam's Club. Hey, Uncle Al, thank you for the shout out today. Really appreciate that. So, and I think everybody subscribed to Uncle Al as well. Whoops, wait a minute. That didn't go right. That's not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do is go to here and let me see. Uncle Al should be the first one on the list because he was the first one to sign in. If I can find him. Where are you, Uncle Al? I know I did you. There he is, very top. So let me get back into chat. And Uncle Al just put one out a little while ago too on matches and candles. Now, if you want to get into the quirks of it, there's a priest in, I think he's in the Philippines, and he's taken some initiative as far as the 3 days of darkness that we believe was going to come at the beginning of the tribulation. And so he's been doing a lot about that recently online, that the 3 days of darkness should be coming in the very near future. And so he says we have to have a stash of beeswax candles to last through those 3 days. So kind of parallel with what Uncle Al was saying about having matches and candles. Prepping by Faith had a fantastic one out just recently too. Yes, I can see your comment. How are you doing, Charlotte Prepper? And I have one for you too. Let me see here. So everybody, please make sure you're subscribed to Charlotte Prepper. So I'm going to ask my moderators as we get more and more people on tonight to capture the new people and search for their channel URL as far as your YouTube URL and see if we can't put that up. There are some people who don't have that many followers, and so we're trying to get those up. You are, yeah. You just put out a video on pressure canning, absolutely. And how's that going for you? Is it a great experience? Are you learning a lot real quick? I'm afraid of it myself. So anything you've learned secret, Charlotte Prepper, so far that we need to know about canning? Are you, first off, I assume you're pressure canning. Am I correct about that? We think so much alike, Apartment Prepper. I tell you what, it's just, it's crazy. I think we're twins. All right. All right. It took me forever to even get a what's that pressure pot cooker, instant pot. It took me forever to get an instant pot. I was even worried about that. I just don't like things under pressure that much. They have a tendency sometimes to go poof, you know. And I'm allergic to shrapnel. Well, until we get a couple more people in here, some new people, so we can get people signed up to each other. Is there anything anybody would like to discuss? If there's something you'd like to share or discuss, please let me know. I'll send you the link so that we can get you invited into the chat and put you on the screen. I can understand. I can understand that. Nene's Prepping Kitchen. Okay, I need to find that one and put it up there. Hello, Sharon. Let me get this one here taken care of real quick, and then I can add you in there as well. And I think you have, Nene, you currently have 886 subscribers. So we need to get you up to 1,000 at least. Okay, and then I saw somebody new, Sharon. Let me see here. No, Susan Carroll. No, there we go. Sharon, and I bet you that is a Polish name. Subczynski, is that how it's pronounced? Welcome, Sharon. Well, I'm not finding an active channel for Sharon Subczynski. So, Susan's Ramblings. There we go. Found her. Okay, I'm subscribing to Susan's Ramblings right now, and that takes her up to 125 subscribers. Boy, we need everybody to subscribe to this one. Right now, she's got 125 subscribers, and by the time the evening's over, we should have her up to 150 at least. So let me get that one in a banner here real quick. And that was Susan's Ramblings. All right, there we go. So let's see if we can't get everybody subscribed to this one, please. And back to comments. Thank you, Apartment Prepper. You are fantastic. And well, Susan, it's great to have you anyway. All these people on here, I'm not going to say all. Almost all of the people on here I've had a relationship with as far as YouTube now for a while. I trust them, I respect them, and I highly recommend that you subscribe to their channels. And let me see, LG. Kalal, you get me half the time. All right. That's what I get for being a Russian linguist, huh? Let me see here. Who is the next one here? Susan's Rambling, Charlotte Prepper, Prepping by Faith. There's got to be one up here that I'm missing. I think it was LG. Yeah, there we go. Didn't have a channel. Okay. So anything anybody'd like to know or talk about? Yes, I think that's key, Charlotte. We support each other extremely well. You know, it's quite a deal to have people subscribe to you and then follow you on a regular and consistent basis. And I think the people here are very loyal to each other. It has been phenomenal. Last night, Prepping by Faith did a video interview for a 1-hour interview, Van City Prepper, and I was included in that. And I had 5 new subscriptions this morning just because they watched that video of Prepping by Faith last night. So, you know, we have some overlap, but we also have a lot of other independent things that come on. So, you know, by subscribing to everybody here, you're going to get a far broader base of a lot of the prepping community. And Nene says she just subscribed to Susan's Ramblings. Let me put Nene's back up there. Banners. So there's Nene's, and Nene just subscribed. Susan Carroll had a question. Okay, let me see if I can find it. And Charlotte Prepper has a question. Oh, let me tell you, we had a long discussion last night about that. 2 other channels and I, you know, and I think it's part of the process of just the exposure, you know, at some point, and I would not be surprised. Lately, the Russians have been doing a lot of porn insertion into live talks. And so, you know, the minute you catch one of those, and it's usually going to be in a foreign language, but not Russian. So as soon as you see one of those, you want to block that permanently the minute that happens. You also have the trolls who are going to be in here, and they're going to follow you and try to disrupt things. And they're just evil people. They want to make themselves look good by trying to make other people look bad. And, you know, the only way that they can get ahead in life is by standing on other people's heads and shoulders. And you block those people too. You know, we just don't have time for them. We are here. And if we go back to what I say when I start the video, when I start my live streams, is no hate speech, be kind, and no conspiracy theories. And if you get into hate speech or conspiracy theory, you're not respectful to all the other people who are on the channel, then we're just not the right place for you to be. Because we respect each other. I'm going to say we almost love each other as far as the amount of respect and the amount of following that we have and that we do. And I think that's what builds a good community. So Charlotte Prepper, the answer to your question is take anybody and everybody you can, and then delete those who don't fit the mold of what you want as a follower. We can be just as picky in who follows us as we are in who we follow. And so I strongly recommend that you do that. American Prepper Girl. Now, let me tell you about American Prepper Girl. I met her just the other day. An advertisement came up and on my screen. And oops, let me see. Where'd she go? Where did American Prepper Girl go? There she is. But anyhow, she came up on my screen the other night as an advertisement. So I immediately sent off to her and told her about tonight and told her about the fantastic group that we have, and asked her if she would join us. So she subbed to me and I subbed to her, and she is now following us. And so American Prepper Girl, I'm going to go through the list of the people that I have, and I'm going to look up yours and make sure that I have it here. Let me look you up here real quick. And I'm going to ask everybody to subscribe to you and just make you part of our network and part of our group. I think you'll fit in fine. I think that the people here would be happy to have you as a follower and be happy to follow you. So here is American Prepper Girl's channel. Right now, she has 277 subscribers. Let's see if we can't get her to at least 300 by the end of the night. Okay, so. Okay, back to comments. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Apartment Prepper. You're a champ and a half. When I advertise this, I tell people I have the best moderators on YouTube, and I think I do. And thank you so much for proving that by being Johnny on the spot and getting newcomers links up there so people can subscribe to it. Do me a favor, just when you subscribe to American Prepper Girl, tell me what your prepper subscriber number is. So we're at 277. So when you subscribe to her, then you should be able to. Yeah, that's true too. Make sure and Prepping by Faith has a fantastic statement there. Just be aware that you spread it out. I actually had some business cards made. Let me go get a sample for you. Although I'll have to cover up. Okay, so I'm going to cover up my real name and my phone number, but I had business cards, and so when I go out this morning, I went to the grand opening. Oops, there we go. I cover up my name and my phone number, but I had these business cards made, and I'm trying to find a local community, get a bunch of people together here in the local community. So this morning, our Tuesday men's group went over and helped grand opening for a outdoor store that they opened it in Lago Vista, which is on Lake Travis, and right on the shores of it. My parents had property out there, and we sold it after they passed away. But anyhow, I bought some pew seeds from them. Their opening and everything, and was talking to the guy. And he looked familiar. I couldn't place it, but he looked familiar. I said, "Did you go to Round Rock High School?" And he said, "Yeah, I graduated in 2000. I said, "No, my daughter graduated in 2007. And so we started talking, and then he finally gave me his business card and the last name. I looked at it and said, "You should have gone to school in Stephenville, because in Stephenville, there's a school called Tarleton State University, and it has the best equine veterinary school in the U.S. And he says, "Yeah, my great grandfather founded that school." I said, "Oh, wow." He says, "As a matter of fact, my dad's a veterinarian." And I didn't put 1 + 3 together until I was halfway home. And I thought, holy poo-poo, that's our veterinarian. That's one we've used for 30 years. That's Doc Tarleton. And, Tarleton State University and Doc Tarleton. And Dr. Tarleton lives just real close to where my parents lived, about 3 blocks away. And so, we've known him for 30 years, but I didn't know that was Patrick. I haven't seen him in so long that he's grown up and he looks just like his dad. But anyhow, that was kind of embarrassing. All right. Charlotte Prepper, thank you so much. And why are you on the fence there? Oh, hi, on the fence. Okay. Let me see. Apartment Prepper got you there. Let me see if I can't get it up here. Let me see if I can't copy that and put it into a banner. Whoops, no, I can't. So on the fence channel. There we go. Okay, I just subscribed to On the Fence, and I am subscriber number 33. Oh, we can help him a lot. Let me see. Wait a minute. There's 2 On the Fences. There's one that has a lady with long hair blowing in the wind, and the other one almost looks like a priest, but has a beard and everything. Which one is you? And then let me write this down so I can catch up with Rapture Prepping as well. But I'm sure that Apartment Prepper will get that taken care of. Tactical Homestead, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And so let me just start going through. Let me add, what was I got to do before this one? Nene's Die Bullfrog apartment on the fence. So on the fence, there are two channels called On the Fence. Just let me know which one is you so I can put up the right link. And we want to make sure we get the people to subscribe to the right channel. Tactical Homestead. I've got a lot of catching up to do here. Auslander. Happy 4th to you too, Auslander. So that's German for foreigner. Is that right? Okay, and Tactical Homestead, I got that. Okay, so we got to do Rapture Prepper, Modern Refugee. Okay, let me catch up here real quick. And so I'm sure that they're going to be showing a whole bunch of different channels as I'm over here looking for new ones. So Rapture Prepping. Channel. I don't see a site for you, Rapture Prepping. Okay, who's the next one? You got the right On the Fence? Okay. You Seidel. Got it. Okay, it looks like I subscribed to the right On the Fence. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to do that again. Oh, shucks. Okay, let me get over here and Rapture Prepper. I looked that one up and couldn't find anything. Tactical Homestead. Oh, no, that's not going to do. I did a Tactical Home Shed. There we go. That'll be better. I'm already subscribed to Tactical Homestead. Good. And Tactical Homestead is currently at 202. So we need everybody to subscribe to this one. Okay, if everybody's subscribed to On the Fence. Okay, I'm subscribing to Auslander Info. I'll be number 479. And here's that. We can get him up to 500, I'm sure. And now I'm looking at Modern Refugee. me a favor. Let them know when you subscribe to them. I'm going to subscribe to Modern Refugee 14.6 thousand. Wow, that's a far bigger channel than mine. But I'm subscribed to you now, Modern Refugee, and let's see what we got here. I like it when it's an easy address. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at all these comments while I was busy doing all that. So let's see what we got here. 24 new comments while I was off looking up websites. Let's see. Let's go up here. Well, Tactical Homestead, let me tell you, this is a pretty good group of people, and we don't. I have never seen any hateful comments or disrespectful comments. This is a phenomenal group of people. I'm privileged to be associated with such great people. Okay. Thank you, Nene. We appreciate that. And Roaming Prepper. Hello, Roaming Pepper. My dad used to be called the Wandering Jew with his CB handle. On the Fence. Apartment Prepper. Prepping by Faith. Apartment Prepper. Tactical Homestead. And then Modern Refugee. Okay, what I'll do is I put together a list of the normal people who would be showing up. And so I'll just start putting all those across the bottom because you also need a lot of the people who are here on a regular basis. We forget quite often to recognize the people who have been good, helpful supporters. And so I'm going to get all them on there too. Amen. Let me tell you, one of the best channels I know of as far as, and I am jealous. I mean, she does not only a marvelous job of putting together outstanding messages, but her editing skill is unbelievable, and that you've got to subscribe to Prepping by Faith. She just does a superior job. I'm always entranced watching her videos. It's just phenomenal. Okay, will do. Let me make a note. Roaming Prepper Live. Okay. Well, we're glad you're here. So you have a map of Australia there. I assume you're a German in Australia. Can I make that assumption by the name Auslander? Okay, let's go to our banners here. I'm going to go to the very top, and we're just going to put a banner up here for a couple seconds, and we'll go through all the ones that I have, and that way it gives everybody an opportunity to catch up and subscribe to just one at a time. And ja, ich bin ein fertig Deutscher auch. Mein Opa hat von Deutschland nach Amerika gekommen im Jahrzeit 23. Okay, next one after that, I have Prepping by Faith's channel, and I strongly, if I'm putting it up here, then I'm recommending you subscribe to it. Oh, wow. Okay. That's right. You told me that, Apartment Prepper. Yes, you told me that. Roaming Prepper, is that for medical or just for normal business? Because they have different rates for medical and business. And you have to have your beginning mileage on January 1st in order to do that too. Amen, Charlotte Prepper. Amen. I wholeheartedly agree. And there's some bad ones. There are some bad ones. There are some that are giving terrible advice, and then there's some who are just kind of there to stir up trouble. Okay, let's get the next banner, and it's going to be Van City Prepper. She started off. I saw her on here initially. I haven't seen her since. So Van City Prepper is in Canada, and she has her doctorate in geological sciences. So uh, her specialty, believe it or not, is earthquakes and volcanoes. She did her doctorate in volcanism. So we always defer to her any questions on volcanoes or earthquakes or anything like that. So she's our expert on that. So that's this channel I have in front of you now. Absolutely. Yeah, there are a bunch of fear mongers, and my theory is I'm not going to tell you something bad unless I can offer a solution that you can use as a means right now to resolve that issue. Uh, okay, so the last one I did was Van City Prepper. So now we're going to do Apartment Prepper. Apartment Prepper does a lot of fantastic things. She has a lot of good ideas on prepper halls. She is an expert in saving space. She's in a small apartment. I think it's the 5th floor, if I'm not mistaken. And right now they're having an electricity issue where she lives, and or was it gas? But she's also taking care of her brother. And so she's very outgoing, very giving, just my go-to. I wish I could bring her down here to organize my prepper pantry, but she does real good videos. Today she did a video on using what's the name of the company? Um, Gosh, we had your lanterns and stoves when I was in Boy Scouts. The old Coleman. She did the Coleman butane stove demonstration and cooked a scrambled egg, and that was she was showing us how you could use that. And the marvelous thing about this is that the Coleman butane stove is safe for indoor use. Oh, which brings me to a thought. If you are putting up a carbon monoxide detector, do me a favor, do not make the mistake of putting it up high. Remember that carbon monoxide is heavier than air. And so what you want to do is you want to put it below waist level somewhere in your home. And that way you're going to have advanced notice, because carbon monoxide will move, dissipate the air. It'll replace the air. So it's going to sink and the air is going to come up. And then by the time you get to where you have the carbon monoxide poisoning, where it's going to cause you to pass out, what you're doing is you're falling down into it, and that's what's going to kill you. So put your carbon monoxide detectors down low so that you get a advanced warning that there's carbon monoxide seeping. Let me get back here. So that was Apartment Prepper. Yes, and the EcoFlow power bank. Yep. I had somebody contact me, and I'm working on it now with small cell phone power banks, and I'm doing my experiments on it right now. But they sent me one courtesy if I'd try it and recommend it. So I will be letting you know my thoughts on this power bank. It's only $39, and I'll let you know my thoughts on it probably in the next week or so. Okay, next one after Apartment Prepper. How about Charlotte Prepper? Charlotte Prepper is phenomenal as far as stretching dollars with pantry hauls. Let me tell you, she finds some of the best deals I've ever seen anybody ever do. And so if you want to know about how to squeeze your money to make it the best possible pantry haul you can get, then I recommend you talk with Charlotte Prepper and get to follow her. Okay, Peaceful Monkey. I got to write that down so I make sure I get you added to the list here and your link up there. Roaming Prepper. What is my email? My email is coldwarprepper@outlook.com. Coldwarprepper@outlook.com. Oh, well, I heard that. And my wife and I were talking about that earlier. When I was at Fort Riley in Kansas in 1976, my next door neighbor was a Spec 4. Back then we had Spec 4, Spec 5, Spec 6, all the way up to Spec 9. And I was a Spec 6, by the way, at that time. And the Army came out with, you had to have a GED or high school diploma to stay active duty. And they gave him 1 year to get his GED. But he was the bulldozer driver for the engineering battalion. And he didn't want to get his GED because then he'd get promoted to sergeant. And if he got promoted to sergeant, they'd put him on the survey team. He didn't want to be a surveyor. He wanted to be a bulldozer driver. So in the Army's upper out program in the mid 70s, right after Vietnam, they kicked him out. He went to the city of Junction City right outside of Fort Riley and became the bulldozer driver for the city of Junction City. And I bet you to this day, if he isn't already retired, he is still driving a bulldozer. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be the best bulldozer driver in the world. And so I have no problems with people who don't have high school or GEDs being in the Army, as long as they're doing something positive with it. Okay. What are we talking about? What kind of a list? Susan's Ramblings. Did I get that? Okay, let's go to the next one here. Yeah, my potatoes are ready to come up right now too. So the next one is Bouger Prepper. She's not here, but she usually is here. I don't know why she's not here. I kind of assumed she would be. So this is Bouger Prepper. She's got a fantastic cooking channel. And she also had a demonstration on a German if you're talking about me, Peaceful Monkey, I'm just making a list of all the people who are active on the channel right now, so that I can make sure I put their web address or their URL for their channel up on the screen to get other people to subscribe for it. That's the only kind of list that I keep. Yeah, and Peaceful Monkey, you're on this list that I need to get your URL for your site up here so other people can subscribe to you as well. Okay, let me see here. After Bouger Prepper, who's the next one down? Well, Hurdy Burke promised me he was going to be here last month. He promised me he was going to be here this month, and he hasn't shown up yet. I haven't seen him, so I'm not going to display his consulting website. But now we have White Prepper, Preppers Network 808. She has a very small channel, but she's fantastic. She does buys, she does gardening. She also, when we first had the incursion that's going on in Europe back in February, right after the end of the Olympics, I put out a homemade personal protective equipment against radiation that you need to have in your car. And so she expounded on that, did a very good job of adding to it, and put it out to her channel. So she's very, very wise. And so she's worth subscribing to as well. Then Nene's Prepping Kitchen. So Nene does a lot of cooking, and she puts me to shame as far as cooking. Let's see where we are up here. Shelly Penn. Let me put you down. Hi, Shelly. And I have Peaceful Monkey, Modern Refuge. So if everybody would be kind enough to just subscribe to Nene's Kitchen, she has 886 followers right now. Let's see if we can't get her to 900 tonight. So if you would just subscribe to that one. Oops, let me see what we got up here. I missed that one. Let me get up there and see it. Peaceful Monkey has a blog in case people are interested. I'm interested. So if you can kind of share how we can access that blog, that would be fantastic. My links on the screen here are not clickable, but when my fantastic moderators put it down in the chat, that is clickable. So you can subscribe to them. So if you would subscribe to Nene's Prepping Kitchen, that would be greatly appreciated. Then we have Susan's Ramblings. Right now she has 125 followers. We need to get her up. So if everybody would please subscribe to Susan's Ramblings. Well, thank you, Peaceful Monkey. That's very kind of you. And it's also kind of her to give me as a referral. Well, other than having this shaggy old beard, I can tell you, Susan, that I did 21 years active duty, and I think I'm okay. You know, my teeth are rotting out because of the military, and well, between hereditary, some of the medications I take for my lung disease, they just do terrible things to my teeth, and then military. Not being able to brush as often as I should out in the field, and then coming in military dentistry. So the 20th of this month, I'm going in and all my teeth are being pulled, and they're going to put in place. They're going to drill 8 holes in my jaw and put in posts, and I'm going to have all, what do they call it? Implants. I'm going to have full upper and lower implants on the 20th of this month. So you may not see me for a day or two, the 20th and the 21st for sure. Okay, let's get down here and see what else we got. Peaceful Monkey, Susan's Ramblings. Okay, and let me see here. Did we get, there we are. American Prepper Girl. This is the new one I was telling you about. We should be able to get her up to 300. Let's see if we can't get her up to 300 followers tonight. You know, LG, I have to say, I have, as a matter of fact, my surgeon is in Georgetown, and he was chosen for 7 years in a row as the Surgeon of the Year for the state of Texas, for the oral and maxillofacial Surgeon of the Year. And so I have a problem with my esophagus, and I can't swallow. So I had what's called the Nissen fundoplication, and that's where they go in and tie your esophagus and around your stomach, and that way you don't have any gas from acid reflux. And I was telling him that I needed to have my teeth so that I could chew well, because I had Garrett syndrome, and I needed to chew real well to get it past that Nissen fundoplication in my stomach. He says, "Oh, I know all about Nissen fundoplications. When I did my residency, that's what I did for my surgical tour. Was I did 6 months of Nissen fundoplications. So it's great to have an oral surgeon who understands other issues, and he's just phenomenal. I have been so blessed with the people I've been, introduced to and associated with, and just great, fantastic people. Okay, let's see who I have up next after American Prepper Girl. Everybody got subscribed to her, I hope. And then here is Tactical Homestead. If we can get everybody to subscribe to it, please. I was watching the news today, or not the news, but I was watching videos, and I was watching one on Patrick Swayze. Oh my, what an amazing guy! Uh, I'm with you, Charlotte. I'm with you. But I found out that I'm 3 days older than Patrick Swayze. So can you imagine next month he'd be 70? Unbelievable. Okay, so we got Tactical Homestead and Prepping by Faith has yours up there now where it's clickable. So thank you very much. Here's Auslander Info's link. So if you would be kind enough to subscribe to him. I haven't heard that, Shelley, but there are different people have different feelings about that. On the Fence is number 204 at Tactical Homestead. Fantastic. Thank you. And then the last one I have is Modern Refugee. I need to look up Peaceful Monkey. Okay, I am subscriber number 7 to Peaceful Monkey. Oh, come on, people. We can get him way above 7. So here we go. Here's his channel. Is that the wrong channel? Okay, but you got it straightened out. Thank you. Thank you, Prepping by Faith. Oh, I'm showing the wrong thing, aren't I? That's what you're talking about. Oh, duh. Okay, let me get up here. Let me do it this way. Now I got the right one. Okay. I see what you're saying. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. There we go. Does that look gooder? Next one coming up is Shelley Penn. Well, it doesn't find Shelley Penn, but it finds Penn Shelley. Shelley, have you put any videos out? Okay, gotcha. Yep. I hope I'm caught up. If I haven't shown your channel, then please let me know. It's not intentional. So yeah, Peaceful Monkey, we should be able to get him up to at least 10. That would be fantastic. Okay, so let me go through these again. I'm going to be off of chat and just strictly working on putting all these fantastic channels. And either Apartment Prepper or Prepping by Faith, if you would then put these, the same ones in chat so that people can click on them. We've only got 10 minutes left, so I want to make sure I get everybody another round where everybody has an opportunity again. So here's Uncle Al's. Here is Prepping by Faith. And if this is going too fast for you, I might recommend you just write down the name of the channel and then you can look it up afterwards. Then Van City Prepper. Apartment Prepper. Charlotte Prepper. Bouger Prepper. She's not here. I figured she would be. I think this is the first one of our lives she's ever missed. No problem, Apartment Peppers. Welcome back. My physician, the only thing I will say about the thing, my physician told me when I went in for my annual physical, the beginning of May, first Monday in May, and gosh, he and I have a 30-year relationship, and he was telling me that there's going to be a real, thing coming out probably within the next 3 months, and told me to just hold off and get the new one that's coming out in about 3 months. It's undergoing final trials right now, but it doesn't. It's not RNA or DNA associated. It's a real valid vaccination. So, hey, looky who's here! I told you she would be here. Look at that. Hi, Hawaii Prepper. So the next one we need to subscribe to, and I have a feeling she's next on the list. Look at that. I knew it. I knew she was next on my list. So here's that one I told you about. Fantastic hauls. She's very astute, picks up on stuff and just kind of expounds on it. And great channel. So if we can get her up and everybody subscribe to her, that would be phenomenal. And then Nene's Prepping Kitchen. Nene, you're in Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? What happened here? There we go. Okay, and then the next one down here is going to be Susan's Ramblings. American Prepper Girl. Now, she and I are talking right now about each one of us interviewing the other on their channel, kind of introduce her to the world. So I'm told her that this is the 5th live that I'm on this week. And so I'm just kind of burnt out as far as lives. But we're going to see if we can't get something worked out where I can get her in a live next week or the week after. But we're going to coordinate our calendars, and that way we can introduce her to everybody and see if she can't get some of her followers, current followers, to follow us when we do our channel, grow your channel thing. So the next one after her is going to be Tactical Homestead. So if we can get everybody to subscribe to Tactical Homestead. Outlander Info is next. Yeah. It'd be nice to have something for them to see. But I'm glad you are getting subscribers. That's the main reason we're here. And so I'm going to ask you before we quit tonight. I'm going to got a couple more here I need to do. Let me see. We had Modern Refugee. So make sure everybody subscribes to him or her. I'm going to assume a him. And that these that are big enough to have their own name as part of the URL are fairly easy to find. So that's great. And Peaceful Monkey. So Hawaii Prepper, the way you do it is we're going to my mods. For example, if you look about 4 above you, Prepping by Faith is one of my moderators, and so she's got that channel linked up there. So all you have to do is copy that and then paste it into another tab on your computer where you have YouTube called up, and then when you get there, just do your normal subscription. But that's a great question. I should have made that clear to everybody. I'm sorry. That's my fault. And then Peaceful Monkey. And I think we've hit everybody. So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a couple questions. So I guess the first question I have to ask you is, hopefully somebody got a couple new subscribers here this evening. And I hope that has happened. And if you have either subscribed to somebody else or somebody has subscribed to you as a result of this evening, just give me a thumbs up in the chat. Thank you, Nene. Thank you, Auslander. Thank you on the fence. And so that was question number one. Basically I'm just trying to make sure that it's basically worth your time to do this, and that you got something out of it, that I did not waste your time, that we are trying to grow each other's channels and build a community of like-minded people who view and support each other. And we just want positive, proactive, knowledgeable people who are sharing what they're learning about what's going to be happening in the near future, and how we can all share our knowledge with each other and survive what looks like is going to be an imminent catastrophe one way or another. But as I end all of my videos, I end with just saying we're all in this together, so we can come out of it together. Togetherness is the key. And I believe that very firmly. I think that if we can just create a community where we're all doing this together and supporting each other, helping each other. I've been doing this for almost 60 years, and I learn something new every single day. Boucher Prepper taught me about a fire starting kit that was made in Germany that I got Amazon, and it was just phenomenal. I'd never seen it before. Great idea. I mean, different people have such great experiences, and we're all out there doing all different kinds of tentacles out there reaching for information. And then we can come back in and share that information with each other. And that way we all grow stronger. Apartment Prepper today put out a fantastic video on using the Coleman butane stove. And so, that's something I think that's one of the two stoves that you can use safely inside your house. So make sure you see that and how to use it, because if the power goes out or if you don't have gas, you need to cook inside. You don't want to use charcoal outside until the people, all your neighbors, you have food and a way to cook it. That's an ideal way to do it. It's just a great. We're learning from each other on a continual basis. So thank you very much for that. So then the next question is, this is the second time we've done this. The last time was no, it's the third time. So we've done 2 first of months and 1 end of month. Do you think we need to do this more often, or do you think once a month is sufficient? So let me know what you think about that. How often do you think we should do this? On Thursday mornings at 9 o'clock Central, there's a guy who has a homestead in Arizona, and it's AZ Highland Homesteader. And he does this exact same thing. He has a humongous following at 9 o'clock. And that's where I got the idea to do this every Thursday morning. So if you can subscribe to him, that'll get you a lot more exposure as well. Okay. So Prepping by Faith says once a month is good. Nene says who was it? Peaceful Monkey would like to have more often. Charlotte Prepper says more often. What do you think about twice a month? And I understand Prepping by Faith has 2 wonderful little daughters and a puppy and a husband. And so, and then she has her own creative channel, and she's putting out something almost daily, something of very high value. And she does some phenomenal editing, and that does not take just a little bit of time. So she's putting out a lot of good stuff. So I can understand why she can't devote another hour to something like this in a month. But I can respect her for that. Peaceful Monthly, Charlotte Prepper says twice a month. Peaceful Monkey says more often. And Hawaii Prepper says, great idea, appreciate it. Are you happy with once a month, Hawaii Preppers, or do you want twice a month? Let's say the first and third, or the, what would it be? Second and fourth Saturdays of the month, I guess we could call it. I've got to write that down. Boots and Bounty. Okay. I'll have to go there. Thank you for that. Let me get that up here. I understand. Yeah, I understand that. And like we've got Van City Prepper is in Pacific time zone. So she's let me see, Mountain Pacific. She's 2 hours behind us. So 8 o'clock our time is just when she's getting home from work and getting ready, dinner ready at 6 o'clock her time. So Boots and Bounty Homestead. Okay. I will check that out as soon as I get off of this. Thank you, Auslander. Twice a month is fine, Uncle Al. Okay. And Charlotte Prepper is going to check on her brain. So thank you for being here, Charlotte Prepper. And Susan's Ramblings. She got 12 new subs and subbed a minute. Fantastic. Thank you. I'm so proud of my friends that they're going to be supporting you and you're supporting them. Okay. So, well, thank you, Hawaii Prepper. And okay. How about inedible food? Can we talk about that? I think what we'll start doing is I'll put a schedule out for the 2nd and 4th Saturday of the month at 8 o'clock. And I understand if some of my people who are regulars can't attend all the time. I fully understand. And there are times that I miss other lives because of things that are happening in my life as well. So, we do what we can when we can. And I am so grateful for what you do. And I'm so thankful for my moderators. I've got phenomenal moderators. I've got Vancity Prepping, Apartment Prepper, and Prepping by Faith. So we just got some fantastic people. And I'm so thankful for it. So as we get ready to leave, I will put 2 more out. I'll put out the 2nd and 4th Saturday of next month. LG, what'll happen is once you follow me, when I put out a new schedule of you'll get a warning when I've scheduled a new video or a new live, and then you'll get a 30-minute notice as long as you're subscribed to me. So you got to click that bell and make it black that you want all notifications. If you do that, then it's going to give you, number one, the minute that it posts that I say I'm going to do it, it'll tell you, hey, this is coming up. Then it'll give you a 30-minute advance notification. Hey, Lee is going to be live in half an hour. And then it'll give you a third notification that says Lee is live now. So you get 3 different notifications. So what we do is on my channel intro down below, every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, we have a nonfiction book club. And right now we're in chapter 3 of Selko Begovich's SHTF Survival Boot Camp. He's the guy who survived the Bosnian War. And so he's got the done that, lived that, done that experience that he's sharing with us. That's every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Every Wednesday, every last Thursday of the month, we read the entire book and then we talk about it for 1 hour. This is volume 3, but we're going to be doing volume 2 of Stephen C. Smith's books for the month of July. We just did the month of June. We did The Reversion, which was book 1. We're going to be getting his volume 2, which is The Revival. And that'll be the last Thursday of this month. And then from now on, we'll do the 2nd and 4th Saturdays of every month at 8 p.m. We'll do the Grow Other People's Networks. So thank you all so very much for being here. We are about ready to end. So if I may, just the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord let his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord look upon you kindly and give you peace. And so with that, remember, as I always say when I end my my videos, we're all in this together so we can come out the other side together. Togetherness is the key. So let's support each other and be kind. Take care. Bye-bye. Let me see. I had a question here I want to make sure I answer before we go. Yeah, you can listen along. Absolutely. I think 75% of the people who were here Thursday night had not read the book. So absolutely. Okay. Happy Independence Day, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.